with me now. Christy Gray, my stump here, traumatic story of why down there. Today I'm wanting to talk about my stump, a little bit more about how it feels. I did one video and access to that is above me about how my hand, or what was my hand that had been amputated, feels like. I've had some people ask some really great questions that were not included in that video, so today I want to go more into detail about my stump, along with some other things that inquiring minds would like to know. Okay, it has been asked, how do I carry myself? Mostly I tuck my stump like this, snugly into my side. When I'm walking, I'll keep it there, or to balance myself, I will swing it just as if my hand were there also. Some people wanted to know what my arm looks like when it's totally relaxed and how it sits. To answer that question, when I'm standing or sitting with it relaxed, it has a slight bend in it because there's nothing to hold it down like there once was. Or at least I'm guessing that's why it's like that, but nonetheless, it has a bend in it. So it looks like this. If I want it to hang straight down, I have to actually put forth the effort to straighten it. I have to hold intentionally, I have to use my muscles to hold it straight down, if that's what I'm wanting to do with it. So if I relax it while I'm holding it straight down, it'll bounce. It bounces, just bounces back up like that. Bounce with me now. There is some muscle here, but if you were to take your hand and press firmly right there on your arm, that is how this whole area feels right there to me. I hope that makes sense. Almost like pushing near your funny bone, it kind of tickles. It's a little sensitive, the whole bottom side. And if I mess with it too much, it'll tingle like that for quite some time after it's been messed with. So that kind of bothers me if I'm not really wanting to deal with that at that time. It's sensitive. Now, about the tip of my stump, there's not a lot of padding at the end. So it's just the two bones, one here and one here. And this part right here was actually part of the forearm. It was just kind of pulled down. The top, this part feels like the top of my arm right here. So it feels like just still the top of my arm. Next, I had someone ask if it's weight bearing. That's a negative. It's not. A big no. There is just a layer of skin and then the bones right there. When the doctors amputated it, they actually had to make that cut. And I don't particularly like to think about that part. And I get weird feelings sometimes that I just have to shake them off. It's not that I can't put some pressure on it, it's just that I can't do, say, a push-up like that. They sewed it right here and it totally healed. It healed really well. I've never had any issues with it trying to separate or split or anything like that. I do have issues with it swelling some, and sometimes I do feel heat in the whole thing. The skin around it will move some, so it's not stuck like in one place or anything like that. So one thing, when I'm touching something, I have to actually look at what I'm touching, because even though I can feel hot and I can feel cold and I can feel objects with it, I can't necessarily distinguish what those objects are. So it's getting late, and since I'm about ready to call it a night, I'll wrap this video up with, when I sleep, I actually have to tuck it. I have to tuck my stump because that helps it feel secure. I don't like for it to be relaxed, just hanging up in the air when I sleep. Also, I do have two hands in my dreams when I sleep. I hope you have had fun hanging out with me. Please subscribe and say hello. I would love to engage with those of you in our community, and it helps me to know that I am doing something right. I would love for you to join me on Instagram too. It's a fun time. See you in the next video, and until next time, stay wonderful. Bounce with me now.